Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, I kind of posed this question when I read the article I'm going to be quoting here shortly. There's a cannabis spokesperson in Thailand? I did not know that. You know, you learn something new every day. I found this out by reading a recent article from the Phuket Express. That's thephuket.express.com. Article is titled, "Permit Needed for Selling Cannabis in Thailand to Minors Under 20, Breastfeeding Women and Pregnant Women," Cannabis Public Relations Spokesperson says. So Cannabis Public Relations Spokesperson. Quoting directly, Mr. Pantep Puapongpan, spokesperson for the Health Ministry's Public Relations on Cannabis, stated on Facebook today, June 18th, that the sale of cannabis to minors under the age of 20, breastfeeding women and pregnant women, must be granted permission from the Director General of the Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine. He clarified that cannabis is initially classified as a quote-unquote controlled herb in the 1999 Protection and Promotion of Traditional Thai Medicine Wisdom Act. Therefore, the possession of cannabis, usage, storage, transportation, export, research, and sale must be approved prematurely to proceed with the act. Quoting further, however, to prevent a hassle while waiting for the changing of the law, Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has signed a directive to enable citizens over 20 years of age to use, store, transport, and sell cannabis immediately without having to obtain permission, according to Mr. Pantep. I want to read that again for viewers who are curious on, kind of the evolving nature of this. This whole thing has kind of been in flux. Quoting again, however, to prevent a hassle while waiting for the changing of the law, Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has signed a directive to enable citizens over 20 years of age to use, store, transport, and sell cannabis immediately without having to obtain permission, according to Mr. Pantep. So that's interesting stuff there. As we've noted in prior videos, this whole thing is kind of in a state of flux. It's a rather fluid situation. The full parameters of exactly, the exact legalities, the finer points of this have yet to have been fully sussed out. So I think this is definitely useful information for folks out there who are curious as to where sort of things stand. But notably, obviously minors, which makes total sense to me, and breastfeeding women, pregnant women, you got to get special licensing to sell to those folks. But then at the same time, the public health minister has made certain provisions so that folks who don't fall into those categories, basically adults who can make their own decisions, who don't fall into the categories where they could sort of be in danger, are in a position where, they can basically make their own decisions about use, storage, etc. So interesting stuff with respect to the exact sort of state of play with respect to cannabis law here in Thailand. Again, foreigners need to be really careful with this. I've noted this in other videos because this thing remains in flux. And there are illegalities associated with this. There are criminal illegalities that remain associated with this overall issue. And exactly what the parameters of where the criminality begins and where sort of the decriminalized element of this sort of ends is a little bit hard to parse out at the moment. I think we're probably going to have a better idea of how this is working in coming months, and I definitely think by 2023 we'll definitely have a better idea on the framework of the legality of this. But interesting developments. We'll certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.